say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? So, it is BAMA week 2. We just concluded BAMA week 1. And this is live on YouTube. I know that I'm coming on a little bit earlier than I had anticipated. To be honest, I'm tired. I'm really tired. That wash last night, and I know all of you are probably just now coming in. I'm pretty sure the chat is open if somebody wants to chat with me to see if the chat's open. I think it is. But it was a little different when I went on to the YouTube thing. In fact, I think I'm going to start this over. Great. No, there you are. This isn't perfect. We got goblins next door and they just came back. So I'm in a hotel. I'm in Reno. We did a big wash last night, so I wanted to touch base with y'all and see. We've gotten some reports from others that did the wash. After we did that first wash, I ended up going downstairs and dancing and transmuting a lot of that energy. And just to kind of give y'all an update, I ended up at a nightclub in El Dorado with like 520 somethings for a short bit. And I hadn't been out in that type of scene in a really long time. And I started thinking about it this morning. And on the wash, I called in for Divine Youth. And it sent me to El Dorado Hotel to be in the middle of a bunch of divine youth as we were transmuting and washing that 33 energy. The other thing that, and we're going to talk about this deeper today, but bringing this up right now, we've had reports, that maybe you didn't see a lot of color on that first wash. I typically don't see a lot of color, just even in my third eye projections. And when I see things, when I see color, I typically see like a flash of color, like it's lining up a star system. But in the 33 physics, which is what we're going to talk a little bit more about today, because we got to talk about Gemini, because this week is all about Gemini. The energy, when the light comes in, the light moves the energy. So if you did the wash yesterday, and then we're going to keep doing them, we're going to do those every Saturday. They're going to be a little bit different because we're alchemizing and washing through different energy. And my team is getting the downloads all through the week of what we do need to bring in, what we do need to change. And so if you didn't see colors last night when you did that, but if you think back, you saw maybe an array of colors, but the energy was just moving. That's a really, and why we want to do these every week is because you're getting the chance to energetically really purely feel these different frequencies as we alchemize through them, and they're different. Where the sun is, where the moon is, where Mercury is, and that's why on Sundays we're doing these day of the week DIGI charts, and so that's what's on the cover here. I know this might be mirrored, but this is where the energy rays are right now. So, I mean, even notice, you've got the whole wheel, but we only have a quarter energies coming in from star systems just in a quarter of the wheel. So none of this is even lit up. We're lighting it up. So energetically, for those who see a lot of colors and see a lot of things, and then did the wash and we're like, whoa, well, we were in that swampier, lower frequency energy, moving it around. We had, there was X flare that happened yesterday. It was a surprise. It was 131 angstroms, which is 44. So I wanted to add that right there. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through, so get your pen and paper and get your calendar. Pen, paper, calendar. And because we're going to go through the number codes for the week. I'm going to tell you more about the number codes as we talk about Saturn going into Aries, because Saturn is now in Aries. So we're going to have to talk about 0 to 3 degrees Aries. And we need to talk about Gemini, just period dot, because we've got a new moon that's also going to be on Hyades on Wednesday. And basically that's what even last week was preparing us for this week. Now this week is preparing us for next week. And even your space weather people are talking about the geometrical patterns that are lining up on the 29th and the 30th within even what they see without knowing everything that we know over here. So it's puzzle pieces that are aligning. Okay, so everybody got pen, piece, paper? All right, here we go. Today on the 25th, which is Sunday, we got a 5D day. 0 0 0 0 8. 0 0 0 0 8. So today, what's happening is on 5th dimension, you have 8 aligning. We have 8 energies aligning. What are they aligning from? Everything we just watched, all the codes that we broke, everything that happened last week. And connected into all the timelines and everything that the collective's been clearing and da. It has its own infrastructure. It has its own frequency that us that wrote it are having to hit with all of you in order to bring it in. Because how it works. The 26th, which is Monday, which is Moon Day, is 009. So let's talk about 5D and 3D for just 1 second. We're bringing 5D down here into 3D. 5D, when we're talking about 5D, and then even the day that I've had yesterday, getting ready for today, it's a lot of little bitty alchemy things. So I lost my tripod last night, but my tripod was not one that I bought. It was one that Al picked up off the road and put in the house. We did the wash, then my tripod disappeared. Was there something on the tripod? Probably. I took it downstairs. I think the band has it. I'm pretty sure the band has it. And if they've got it, then cool, because I'm connected to the band, but evidently I didn't need the tripod. So right now I have my phone connected to a picture frame with a $2 bill and a dollar bill with Jesus written on it, and then connected to a bag that came from Universal Studios that's pink and green, and it's Honeydukes from Harry Potter, the Magic Candy Factory, okay? It's a whole lot of little bitty alchemy paper clips. The 5th dimension is kind of like undoing paper clips. Then you have to bridge that in to the 3D. So you'll notice on these 5D days that maybe you're just extra tired, or you're having to do weird little things, or something's not going quite perfect in your eyes in the 3D because it's having to arrange, or it's going to be a big surprise, or it's all a surprise, right? Good or bad, but it's going to shift something in the 5th so that you can bridge it into the 3rd. Okay? So 009 is those 8 that are bridging in the 5D, and this whole last week that we had, and all the 3D days that we had last week are now culminating to a 9 in the 3rd dimension. So that's Monday, that's tomorrow. So there's going to be some change. The 27th is the new moon. New moon is going to be in it's basically right outside of Hyades. It's 5 degrees and 58 minutes of Gemini is about where the sun's going to be, and that's right outside of the Hyades. And the code is 00008, another 5D day, same as today. 00008, same day as today. So today, if you're really tired like we are, because we washed the energy and we've already kind of planned where it's manifesting, but today we're like, oh my goodness, because we did that huge wash, all of our energies are having to push it off. On Tuesday, it's going to be a really good day to kind of see where that's leveling out. What maybe you created with it. It's going to start coming in the 5D. On the 28th, which is Wednesday, it's a 4-dimensional day. 0400. 4 in the second dimension. 0400. 4 in the second dimension. The second dimension is inside. So it's inside your body. So on Wednesday, expect for a frequency change to put you into alignment, which does usually always create something in your reality, not good or bad, but some type of shift. On the 29th, 060. On the 29th, 060. So the 28th, we had 0400, 4 on the second dimension, but it's a 4D day. You're coming out of 2 5D days. So on that Wednesday on 0400, you might be dreaming about it, but you might be sensing it, but it's getting inside of you and creating a 4 post in order to change. On the 29th, which is Thursday, it's going to be a wave. 060, because 6 is like a wave. 6 is what happens after the change. So that's 060. On the 30th, we have another 4D day. 0070. 0070. 7 on the third dimension. So what is that, Thursday? By Friday on the 30th, kind of expect more energies to be coming into your world, more connections to be coming in. I don't know. What are you manifesting? Some 7 of something in the third dimension showing up, but from a fourth dimensional perspective. So, it might be subtle. On the 31st, 008. The 31st is 008. That's 8 changing on the 3D. And it happens to be the day we're doing the Zoom call. So those of you who've already ordered the Zoom call, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to be emailing you this week to find out where you at so we can set a time with all the ones who have set the Zoom call. The Zoom call is going to be a live Zoom call where we're walking through the coloring book. The coloring book is an alignment that me and my team designed. Let's see if any of my people are on here. Ted, I'm making you a moderator. So that just threw me off for a second. All right. The 31st, Zoom call. So your coloring book, it's pulling yourself out of astrology. It's pulling your energy patterns out of your astrology because it's astronomy and it's made to get out. But right now, if you're only going through astrology and allowing for the planetary things to topple you over, then you can't control your energetic. So the coloring book is the best way to do it. It's actually the most affordable way too, because you don't got to pay us to do it. And it walks you through the whole process, but it is a little mind because you're having to use your right brain and your left brain. So we're just walking you through it. And when you're done with the Zoom call, you're going to know how to pull anybody's charts. You always want to ask them. But when we're done with the Zoom call and you do your coloring book for the first time, that's a digital download, by the way, and you can print as many times as you want. Always get permission to do somebody's chart if they're over 18, but you can pull anybody's chart and know their star rays once you do the Zoom call. So check that out on the website, okay? And then I'm going to add some things at the very end because we've got a couple of other ways to get your color rays. Well, I'll do it now real quick. $22 on the website under Align and Find. It'll get you this really cool report with the planets and all the star rays on one sheet. It's only 22 bucks. You can get the DIGI chart. Basically, you can get and it's 318 right now. You can get your own personal Da Vinci code and a DIGI chart. This is without a write-up for $55. You can get a write-up. We put them on sale. The write-up with the DIGI chart, which basically is me, takes about 3 hours. I go through your entire chart and I tell you exactly what energies you came from, timelines, all these things throughout the star systems. It's usually too much information for people, honestly. We put them on sale, $51 off. I can do four in June. That's it. So when those 4 come in, I'll stop talking about it. If they don't, that's cool too. Basically, it turns on your keys all at once. So if you know that you're doing the washes and you know that you just need a complete alignment, because it does, it aligns, it resets you, and it puts you on a monthly trajectory. We've got somebody coming up on their 3 months. We've got somebody coming up on their 6 months. Somebody just had their 4-year. And I'll be bringing a couple of the girls on in the next few weeks and talking about what doing that, and when we did that chart for them, what it did. When I do it, it aligns you all at once and it shifts you all at once. Sometimes that is not the best thing. And when you do your coloring book and you do it yourself, it shifts you more naturally because I've got so much knowledge that when I write it, and my abilities are all turned on, so it comes true. Now that that's out of the way, okay, here's the good stuff. Thank you for bearing with me on that. I had to get the house cleaning done. Saturn is in Aries, just hit 0 degrees Aries, okay. Saturn is a 29-year cycle. So Saturn just started a new 29-year cycle, okay? Well, we're doing these number codes right now. Now, these number codes that I've got are 2 different sets. We've started 2023 and 2024. We've been charting this. My team's been working through it. We've already changed our code matrix and broke out. I mean, by using all of this, this is how we know that this is how the cycles are going to go. These are number codes that are all connecting. That's why, because it's been 2 years in development. On February 4th, 2025, so last February 4th, 2025, we started what I call a 27 change. Now, when you change time, if you change 4 years, then you're going to change 4 months, 4 minutes, 4 seconds, 4 hours. If you change 27 years, you're going to change 27 years. You're going to change 27 months, 27 days, 27 minutes, 27, I mean, and that ends up changing 2,700 years, ends up changing 27,000 years. So on February 4th, 2025, we started a 27-year change. Now, when I went and charted 27 weeks from February 4th, that ends up on August 12th of this year. 27 months is May 4th, 2027. We're changing 54 years. Okay, now follow me. From 1988 to 2052. Why? Because it was all messed up. And then there's even, and I'm starting to think that 1988 is when everything kind of blew up, and in a weird way, we all kind of switched over into something. I mean, it also uh, lines up to what I know about Chiron and what I know about the hybridization